my Afghan heritage intermingled with my American heritage, I also fluently speak and write my language.
What is that?
Farsi. Um, and I do take part in many different cultural traditions that are a part of Afghan heritage. Um, I think it's important to maintain some degree of your past heritage and kind of mix it with your newer one, you know. It's kind of the process of assimilation, but not necessarily losing your identity. You know, you're actually essentially creating a new identity.
And your impressions of the Asian American community as defined by the census?
Well, my impressions of the Asian American community as defined by the census is nothing but a good one. I feel that they're...
You went to George Mason?
Yeah, I went to George Mason. I felt that they're relatively very unified. I would wish that more countries would kind of, like for example the Afghans, I would see would benefit from joining the Asian American community, because technically they are Asian, you know. I don't see why we can't widen our definition of Asian American to the actual geographic definition of who is in Asia. Only benefit can come from increasing your diversity and commingling, not necessarily compartmentalizing yourself from other ethnicities, other tribes, other traditions. You know, strength comes in unity and bonding through your diversity and learning tolerance and accepting everybody else and saying, well, these are my positive aspects and I can bring them to the table, and you bring your positive aspects and you bring them to the table. So we essentially build a stronger bond. It's one world, it's mankind. It's not necessarily, you know, I'm this and you're that. You know, we should embrace unity and not steer away from it.
How about Channel 30? What is the value of Channel 30?
Channel 30 is an extremely valuable channel. It's the international channel that broadcasts here in Fairfax in multiple languages. And this is Fairfax County, Northern Virginia, is an extremely diverse community. Filled with many different cultural backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, races, whatever you may have it's all here. And Channel 30 is an opportunity for everybody to kind of represent themselves in the community. The community is not necessarily one group of people. The community is comprised of many different groups of people. And in order to say we are one cohesive community, you need to broadcast the views and the heritage and the language and the different, you know, diversities of that community, and it aids to it, because people understand that the community is made up of different little parts, saying that just like a body, just like a skeleton is made of different bones and different tissue and different organs, everything has a different function, everything does something differently, but essentially it aids to the cohesiveness of the community. So that's the importance of Channel 30 to me.
So you think the diversity in Fairfax County is a positive factor for strengthening the community rather than a divisive one?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a very positive factor because people learn from diversity. You learn things you didn't necessarily know before. If you keep yourself in a bubble and you never leave your bubble, then you never learn anything from outside the bubble. You need to expand your box, venture out of the bubble, and learn different things. That's the whole process of learning, is learning new people, learning different backgrounds, learning different traditions, and learning different ways of life, and it can aid to your way of life. I mean, there's nothing wrong with more knowledge. It only adds to your appeal versus taking away from it.
Oh, thank you. And you're here to publicize the work of Channel 10 in the Merrifield Festival.
Yeah.